The astral voyager sliced through the black velvet of space. It was alone, but not for long. A radiant glow pulsed ahead, growing larger with each passing moment. The ship sped towards a nebula, a cosmic cloud of gas and dust. This was the astral expanse, a celestial enigma beckoning explorers. The crew had trained for years for this moment. Theirs was a mission of discovery, a quest to unlock the secrets of the universe. They were prepared for the unknown, or so they thought. Excitement crackled in the air, tinged with a hint of trepidation. The astral expanse held untold wonders, but also unimaginable dangers. The nebula filled the viewport, a breathtaking spectacle of colour and light. Swirls of emerald green danced with plumes of ruby red. Azure blue mixed with streaks of golden yellow. The colours pulsed and shifted, a cosmic kaleidoscope in constant motion.
Magnificent.
Captain Zara, her voice hushed with awe, had logged countless light years, but never witnessed such beauty. The nebula seemed alive, a vast, breathing entity. It was both alluring and intimidating. The crew gazed in wonder, their faces illuminated by the ethereal glow. They were explorers, scientists, pioneers, united by a thirst for knowledge. They were about to venture into a realm where the laws of physics seemed to bend and twist. The astral expanse awaited.
Approaching the outer rim.
Milo announced, his fingers dancing over the control panel.
Sensors detecting increased energy readings.
Proceed with caution, Milo. We don't know what we're dealing with.
The astral voyager shuddered as it pierced the nebula's outer layers. A high-pitched whine filled the air, and the lights flickered erratically. The ship was being buffeted by unknown forces.
Captain, we're experiencing interference. Navigation systems are offline. We're flying blind.
Captain Zara gripped the arms of her command chair. The ship was at the mercy of the nebula, tossed about like a leaf in a hurricane. She took a deep breath, her training kicking in. The astral voyager plunged deeper into the nebula, swallowed by a maelstrom of light and energy. The swirling colours outside the viewport intensified, becoming almost blinding. The ship shuddered violently, its metal hull groaning under the strain. Inside, the crew struggled to maintain their composure. The once familiar hum of the ship's engines was now a deafening roar. The air crackled with static electricity, making their hair stand on end.
What's happening?
I don't know, but I have a bad feeling about this.
The ship lurched violently, throwing the crew against their restraints. Then, as quickly as it began, the turbulence ceased. The lights stabilized, and the deafening roar subsided to a low hum. Silence descended upon the astral voyager, broken only by the crew's heavy breathing. The swirling colours outside the viewport had calmed, replaced by a soft, pulsating glow. It was as if the nebula had embraced the ship, holding it in a cosmic cradle.
Is everyone all right?
I think so, but the systems are still offline. We're cut off.
It was then that the hallucinations began. Dr. Volkov, normally a paragon of logic and reason, began to see shimmering figures dancing in the air. They whispered to her in languages she couldn't understand, but felt deep within her soul. Lee, a skilled pilot with nerves of steel, found himself transported to a lush jungle filled with exotic creatures he had only read about in ancient Earth myths. Captain Cortez, her mind sharp and focused, saw visions of distant galaxies colliding, stars being born and dying in spectacular supernovas. She felt a presence, vast and ancient, communicating with her, sharing secrets of the cosmos whispered across billions of years.
The hallucinations, though unsettling, weren't malicious. They were filled with wonder and awe, a sense of connection to something far greater than ourselves.
The crew realized they weren't in danger, not in the traditional sense. The nebula wasn't attacking them, it was communicating. The astral expanse, they discovered, was a sentient entity, a repository of cosmic knowledge accumulated over eons. It had drawn them in not to harm them, but to share its wisdom. The nebula communicated through visions and emotions, bypassing the limitations of language. The crew spent the next few hours recording their experiences. their instruments finally flickering back to life, though behaving erratically. Data poured in, defying conventional scientific understanding. They were witnessing phenomena never before observed, pushing the boundaries of human knowledge.
The nebula's messages, though fragmented and surreal, spoke of the universe's birth, its evolution, its interconnectedness. It spoke of civilizations that had risen and fallen, of knowledge lost and found. It was a cosmic library, and we, the Astral Voyager's crew, are its newest patrons.
As the last of the data was collected, the pulsating glow around the ship began to fade. The nebula was releasing them, sending them back to the outside world, forever changed by their encounter. The Astral Voyager emerged from the nebula, battered but intact. The crew looked back at the swirling mass of colour and light, now receding into the distance. They carried within them a newfound respect for the universe's mysteries and a profound sense of responsibility for the knowledge they had been entrusted with. The astral expanse had given them a gift, a glimpse into the universe's grand tapestry. They were no longer just explorers. They were storytellers, entrusted with sharing the nebula's wisdom with the rest of humanity. They knew their lives, their perspectives had been irrevocably altered. As the Astral Voyager set course for home, a single thought resonated in the minds of its crew. The universe was full of wonders waiting to be discovered by those brave enough to venture into the